this, the last show of 2021, we look back at a few of our favorite stories and features, including a visit to Escapees Care, a campground created for retirees that allows them to live in their RVs in a safe location with amenities designed for older citizens that still want to enjoy the RV lifestyle, even if they don't travel that much anymore. Later, you see him on our show just about every week, and with over 35 years of being an RV and tech writer for major magazines, which included testing and writing about hundreds of RVs, Jeff Johnston finally decided to get him and his wife Pam their own RV. This week, we join Jeff at Graphics Unlimited as he gets his new camper personalized. Also, in 2021, we introduced you to Dr. Marissa Fitzpatrick, better known as Dr. Fitz, an outdoor RV enthusiast and host of our Paws on Board series. This week, we look back at one of her first stories about fleas and ticks. Then, Mark and Don Polk from RV Education 101 look back at the finale of their fifth wheel upgrade and remodeling project that encompassed quite a few changes. We'll check out the finished product. Closed and Spanish captioning, where available, is sponsored by Forest River. Follow the river.
Hi, Michelle Fontaine, Rollin on TV, and we are at a place that we've been trying to get to for 2 years. 2 years ago, Laurie and I attended the 59th Escapade, the Escapees reunion in Tucson, Arizona, and we came across this information about care, and it really felt like a great story. So 2 years later, here we are. I am sitting with Crystal Salters, who is the Activities and Events Coordinator for CARE.
Yes.
What does CARE stand for? The original definition of CARE.
Continued Assistance for Retired Escapees.
I would imagine a full-time RVer, as they're getting up in age, worries about that. What happens? What happens when I hurt myself, or I can't drive, or we have to get medical attention?
Right.
You really are providing such an important answer to that question, aren't you?
Yes, yes.
We also met with Russ Johnson, Executive Director for CARE.
We are a separate, totally separate nonprofit 501c3. And it was a concept really that began with the founder of the Escapee RV Club, Kay Peterson and Joe Peterson. Kay was a registered nurse, and they were travelers like the rest of us in the RV club. And as Joe would work at a electrical project for the government, Kay would then work in the assisted living or nursing home community in a particular area that they were in. And one thing that troubled her was the fact that people going into assisted living and nursing homes at that day had to put up a large sum of money generally. And if they didn't like the services, they might lose a good deal of their life savings if they left and tried to go someplace else.
There is an application process. Part of the application goes to the doctor, which will indicate to us that this person can live independently. And then we have a committee that, you know, one of them, it has to do with finances. Another one, of course, which is Judy, our facility nurse, that, you know, medically. And then Russ, our director, the overall, you know, say of the accepting them. The criteria is that you have to be able to live independently on your own, which basically, if you can get yourself over to our dining room for meals, you're qualified.
Let's talk a little bit about the finance part of it. My understanding is that this is a lot less expensive than traditional independent living facilities,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
And is it kept within their monthly income, or do they need to have other money to draw from? How does that work?
For a single person, it's right at $1,000 a month, and that's everything. And then to add, if it were a couple, it would be an extra $500.
For that monthly fee, tell us again,
Okay.
what does that include? Go down the list.
Your site with your own personal storage shed. You'll have a phone box there, electricity and water hookups. You are provided with trash pickup, maintenance to mow the grass, housekeeping to come to your RV and clean every other week, and laundry to be picked up and done and brought back to you every week. Transportation, anything over a 15-mile radius, there is a charge. I think it's 50 cents per mile. We have a way of checking on our residents every day by 10 o'clock, and they don't even realize that we're checking up on them. We ask them to call in by 10 o'clock every day to let us know what their plan is for the day. So if they tell us that they're going to come for lunch and then 12 o'clock rolls around and we haven't seen them yet, then we check on them. But many people, especially those that, are trying to eat on the healthy side or on a diet or just, want to be more independent, they will choose to go out to eat or to cook and do their own thing.
How about pets?
Oh, we love pets. We're very pet friendly. I would say at least, if not more, at least half of our residents have a dog. Some of them have cats. We actually have a cat on the loose right now that we're trying to catch. And we will before the day's end.
I'm talking to some of the people here that the main perks for them are they don't have to cook or do laundry.
Right,
right?
exactly.
And you're in a community.
Yes.
One person even told us a story where they bought a house. They lived in a house for a while, but then when they got into their 80s, they decided to come here, and mainly because of those great perks and things they don't have to do and the feeling of community.
I found out that there were 4 openings down here.
Okay.
I said, Robert, come on, we're going to go care for a month and see if we like it. And so we did.
What's not to like, exactly? Russ, thank you so much for filling us in on this part of the CARE organization. And please, if you would like to donate to this very worthy cause, you can do so many ways. Their website is www.escapeescare.org.
Aquacam toss-ins. So fast and easy to use, it could seem like a game. Someone once said, the camping doesn't really start until the RV awning comes out. Whoever said that really knew what they were talking about. Carefree of Colorado, celebrating 45 years of RV awning innovation. For more information, visit our website at carefreeofcolorado.com.
Every RV comes from the factory with graphic decorations. Typically, these are tape stripes or a painted finish. Greetings, I'm Jeff Johnston for Rollin on TV. One fun alternative to the usual is a partial or full body graphics wrap. They're popular on commercial vehicles and can also be used to dress up a private RV. We decided on a body wrap for our Palomino truck camper project. We started with a painting that matched the camper body profile, then Graphics Unlimited in Bremen, Indiana took it from there. The company normally does large commercial projects, but took on this job as a favor for our show. Graphics Unlimited did the body wraps on our charity raffle Care Camp No Boundaries trailers, so we knew they'd do a good job on our Palomino. Preparation and surface cleaning are keys to a successful wrap installation.
Right.
It should be on the box. What do they send it for? You got those on market?
Okay.
Hi, we're at Graphics Unlimited today, and what we're doing today is we are doing a custom vehicle wrap. What that's going to entail is a self-adhesive, and it's a special material that we're using today, designed to give you longevity. One of the biggest things that we offer is a custom artwork. So doing this versus a paint job, we're able to do a lot of different things. We're able to do pictures, we can do lettering, we can do images. Today is actually a painting that was provided to us by the customer. Jeff at Rollin on TV painted this actually, and we took it, we digitally enhanced it, and we custom printed this on one of our newest machines. So what they're doing here is they're actually installing that. And this is gonna go on in pieces, but what that does is that allows us to put those on. There's gonna be a lot of registration points because we're trying to cover a large area. So this can be done on any unit with any design. Like I said, you could do pictures, you could do any kind of graphic, and it's just really one way to single yourself out, to change up your unit so it looks different from everybody else's. And overall, you're gonna get a custom piece of artwork that's gonna last you quite a while. Yeah, so we do all of our own ink matching here. We make all of our own formulas and that, special to us for our printing process. If we get customers requesting a specific color, we're able to make a formula that will match perfectly to what they're asking for.
It takes experience, practice, and a skilled hand to get all the image pieces together, lined up, and smoothed in place. The graphic needs to be properly positioned on the surface, and the individual image pieces must be closely matched. Coordination between the crew members is critical to success. The final step is trimming around the surface features and working the image down flat and in firm contact with the surface. This is the meticulous work best done by the pros. Before hitting the road, the edges are sealed to avoid leaks or loosening due to the wind blowing by. The Graphics Unlimited crew did their usual fantastic job. We're totally pleased with the new look of our Palomino camper. Graphics Unlimited did a terrific job, as usual. We think it's eye-catching and may turn a few heads along the way. A graphic body wrap may be just the thing to spruce up your RV. For more information, log on to our website at rollinontv.com.
From off-the-road adventure camping to luxurious full-time RVing and everything in between, Forest River has the RV to fit your needs, budget, and outdoor lifestyle. To see our full line of trailers and motorhomes, visit forestriverinc.com. Forest River. Begin the journey. At Norcoal, we realize that some of your favorite RV destinations are off the grid. And Norcoal refrigerators are uniquely designed with that RV experience in mind. We call it Freedom Unplugged. To learn more about our Norcoal RV refrigerator line or to find a dealer near you, visit our website at norcoal.com.
Welcome to Rollin on TV's Paws on Board. I'm Dr. Fitz, and this is Theo. Today I'm going to be talking about tick prevention. I'm going to be addressing what ticks are, why we worry about them, and what you can do about it. Yeah, bud. First, ticks are 8-legged parasites that can bite both our pets and us. Depending on the stage of their life cycle, they can be different sizes, some even about the size of the head of a pin. This can make them extremely difficult to find within our pet's fur. There are different species of ticks depending on what area of the country that you're in. Younger ticks tend to feed on small wildlife like mice and other rodents, but eventually will feed on larger animals such as deer, dogs, and people. Ticks are commonly found in wooded areas, tall grass, and brush. But you can also find them in your own backyard. We primarily worry about ticks because they can carry bacteria that can make you sick. Many of the bacteria can cause acute short-term illness, but they can also cause longer-term chronic illness as well. Some of the diseases you might have heard of, like Lyme disease. There's others like Rocky Mountain spotted fever, anaplasmosis, and ehrlichiosis, among others. These diseases spread often depend on what type of the country that you're in and what type of tick is actually biting. The best thing that you can do for your pet is to keep them on tick prevention. Preventative products work to kill the ticks when they bite, which reduces the likelihood that they'll spread disease over time. There are different options for preventative products. There's chewable medications, which are usually nice and tasty, topical medications, which you can apply a small amount of liquid to the back of your pet's neck, or there's flea and tick collars. There are pros and cons to each type of medication and prevention. My recommendation is to talk to your primary care veterinarian about which product would be best for your pet based on the area of the country that you're in and your lifestyle. Most products on the market last for about 1 month. There are several products that last for about 3 months, and then collars last a bit longer. Most products can be purchased through your veterinarian or with a prescription. The primary concern is to make sure that your pet is protected for the entire length of time that you'll be on vacation. So if your pet's going to be due for a dose while you're on your trip, make sure you bring the dose with you so that your pet's covered. Most veterinarians recommend year-round treatment for ticks. In Michigan, with our variable weather, I've pulled ticks off pets in early March, and often several. So ticks can be active in all sorts of weather. Even if your pet is on prevention, you still may see a tick on them. If you notice a tick, the best thing that you can do is remove it. Daily checks of you and your pet can be helpful in early tick removal. Make sure to check between your dog's toes, in and around the ears, and everywhere on the face. So when you check the feet, you can lift their feet and check between their toes. Make sure you look between all the hair, and then flip it over and look between the paw pads as well. Ticks like to hide in places that are not easy to reach. So the tools that you'll need for the job include tweezers, or there's commercially available tick remover tools, and antiseptic wipes. To remove the tick, you'll part the fur to find the tick and grasp it as close to the skin as possible. You don't want to squeeze too hard and actually crush the tick. You'll pull away from the skin with gentle pressure. Again, our goal is to remove the entire tick, including the mouth parts that have actually bitten your pet. Once the tick's removed, you'll take your antiseptic wipes, wipe the area, and then wash your hands. If the mouth parts are left in the skin, you should monitor the site for signs of infection, so make sure you're checking it at least once a day. What you can do after removal is then dispose of the tick in a sealed plastic bag in the trash. If you are interested in what type of tick has bitten and what diseases it might carry, some states actually have a tick submission program, so you can check on your state website for more information. Ultimately, the easiest way to prevent a tick bite and the diseases they may carry is prevention, so keep your pet up to date and travel safely. For more information about traveling safely with your pets, visit rollinontv.com. Tune in next time for more pet health information. I'm Dr. Fitz. This is Theo. Thanks for watching Paws on Board.
Wow, am I glad I used Aquacam. Maybe chili wasn't the best idea.
Aquacam, the most powerful odor control available, and the #1 seller for over 50 years.
Welcome back to the RV Interior Makeover finale. So far we installed MCD day-night roller shades, whitewashed wood planks, Infinity luxury woven vinyl flooring, and today in the finale we're installing new Rec Pro furniture. Our fifth wheel at the beach is getting older, and that basically meant older, worn out furniture too. So to fix that problem and finish our RV interior makeover, we are installing new RecPro furniture in the RV. Let's stop talking and start installing some furniture. When it came time to select new furniture for the RV, we went to RecPro. In addition to the many other products they offer, RecPro has a vast amount of RV furniture to choose from. They have every type, style, color, and finish to update your RV and make it look new again. We selected furniture from the Charles collection. We ordered the furniture and in no time it was delivered. We are starting today's installation with the triple RV wall hugger recliner sofa with a drop-down console. One thing I really like is how the furniture is packaged. Each modular section fits easily through the RV door. And once it's inside, it's easy to assemble. You just align the backrest sleeves above the backrest posts that are attached to the seat frame. When you press the backrest down, you will hear it lock into place. Because this is our destination camper at the beach, we never move the RV, so we're going to assemble the furniture, but we're not going to secure it to the floor. If you're like most people and you travel with your RV, then you're going to want to secure it, and right here would be a good place to do it. To connect the furniture pieces together, you align the male floor rail pegs above the female bracket opening of the other furniture piece, then push down and slide back until it's locked into place.
The modular furniture pieces are easy to install and connect to each other. Now we can tackle installing the new RecPro RV dinette booth and table.
This dinette booth not only looks good, but it's practical. There is an entire seat's worth of storage under the booth, and it serves as a spare bed too. And it's super easy to install. Just locate the booth where you want it, attach the back section using the bolts provided, and attach the back cushion Velcro to the back section. My recommendation to secure the dinette booth seats to the floor would be to use some 1x2s around the inside perimeter, attach those to the floor, and then attach to the dinette booth. That way it's not going anywhere. To complete the RecPro furniture transformation, we are adding one RV wall hugger recliner and one RV recliner swivel glider rocker. Not only do they blend into the rest of the decor, they are also functional and space efficient. When the wall hugger chair is fully reclined, it only needs 3 inches of clearance from the wall. And to complete the interior decor, we included this RecPro RV side table with a recessed dual USB charging station and twin hidden power outlets.
It doesn't matter what level of upgrading you are doing to your RV, RecPro will have what you are looking for or what you need to complete the project. For more information on this furniture and much more, visit recpro.com. Happy camping!
Well, Dawn, what was your favorite part of the RV interior makeover?
Well, I liked everything about the makeover, but what I really like is the wood plank accent walls. That just really made it so extra cool. So, what about you?
I'm like you. I like everything about the interior makeover. I really like the MCD day-night roller shades, especially the day shades. We both like the Infinity luxury woven vinyl flooring so much that we've used it in several different areas. But for me, to be inside the RV, enjoying the entire makeover, my favorite place is right here in this glider rocker recliner.
I agree with everything you just said. And that completes our RV interior makeover. If you want to learn more about using and maintaining your RV, visit RVeducation101.com.
As we close out 2021, we also close out 12 years of Rollin on TV. No, we're not going anywhere. It's just that starting in 2022, Rollin on TV will become RVing Today. Be sure to check out our website for all the latest information and program news. For additional information on anything featured on this week's show, along with additional stories, videos, and information about RVs, camping, and the RV lifestyle, along with the latest news and trends, be sure to visit our website at rollinontv.com. As usual, this has been another fun production.